Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback. Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted. Locking gear.
Hello, and welcome to another live stream here on the Aviator 268 channel here on YouTube. We are getting ready to go from Birmingham to Cincinnati. Unfortunately, the GSX is not really working with us today, so we're not going to see the passengers boarded. We're seeing the luggage is being loaded, but we're not going to see passengers as it's not close to the airplane. But that's okay. We are getting ourselves prepared to get out of here. We're starting a little bit late, so I appreciate your patience and thank you for waiting around with us. We're going to get ourselves set up real quick. It is dusk right now in Birmingham, and love this golden hour look. Let's see around here where the sun is. Yes, looking pretty good. So welcome guys, welcome in. Feel free to pull up your favorite chair, get a nice little cup of whatever you drink in the evening, and let's get ready to fly this hour and 12 minutes up to Cincinnati. There's air traffic control online, so we're gonna have to request our clearance this evening. So we're gonna call up Atlanta Center shortly. There was actually Birmingham control online, but they left, so we just have to work with Atlanta Center. Hopefully they're not too busy. Let's get Atlanta Center frequency up and running. 132. Oh, I'm not sure which one to call now. Let's see which one it is. So we just call a regular one and see. Actually, there are three available. All right, 132.97, 132.97. And just before we call them up, let's finish our information here in the FMC. Costing us is 13. 126.5 is our zero fuel weight. 4.1 is our reserves, and our N1 limit, let's check that via the performance tool. More than likely departing of runway 24. Import the weather, and let's calculate. So we have flaps 5, takeoff 1, temperature 43, and that gives us 139, 140, 145. Let's get the APU started. That looks lovely. Nice little picture right there. All right, so APU is starting up. While that is getting fired up, takeoff 1 and 43 is the selected temperature. Flaps 5, and we have 4.82 units of trim. That's 139, 140, and 145. 140 and 145. Cool. Now we can run the data requesting the wins, and we'll go ahead and call Atlanta up and get our clearance.
At 1150 line of center with our contact.
Atlanta Center, good evening, DAL2496 on the ground in Birmingham, requesting clearance to Cincinnati.
Vision 4 Romeo Kilo, connect line of center 11.35.
1135 is from Kilo, thanks, you.
Atlanta Center, good evening, primary 42 LFS and 26,000 for 14,000, we have goal.
Primary 4211 Atlanta Center, descent at pilot discretion, maintain flight level 240.
240 at this time, primary 4211.
That is, actually disagree.
Atlanta Center, good evening, DAL2496 on the ground Birmingham, requesting clearance to Cincinnati.
Atlanta Center 11.35, and just have some patience, we're extremely busy.
All right, 12135.
Number 360 Bravo.
Go for 360 Bravo.
Yeah, you're like 180 degrees off course, setting your intentions.
Roger, word, direct.
All right. Atlanta Center, good evening, DAL2496 on the ground Birmingham, requesting clearance to Cincinnati.
About a 2496 Atlanta Center, stand by. Victor Charlie 25, maintain best forward speed. Victor Charlie 25, maintain 310 knots or greater. About 8916, turn 15 degrees left, Vector to final.
15 to the left, okay now.
American 1038, contact Atlanta, approach 133.47.
Center, good evening, primary 4211 with you, throttle 240.
Primary 4211 Atlanta Center, descend via the Jedi 3 arrival, the Atlanta altimeter 3030.
030, Jedi 2 arrival, will do primary 4211.
November 597 Delta, contact Atlanta, approach 133.47.
3347, 597, Delta 2.
Center, Delta 1150, flight level 319 for 240.
Vision 4 Romeo Kilo, maintain 250 knots. Actually, maintain 280 knots.
Okay, 280 knots,
Delta 1150 Atlanta Center, roger.
All right, welcome. Just waiting for clearance here on the ground in Birmingham.
292 to 240.
Seems that Atlanta is pretty busy, so we just gotta hold on just a minute.
14,000, the Atlanta altimeter 3030.
While we wait on that, let's get the APU on the buses.
3030, thanks, Fairwinds 454.
And we can set up the load the winds.
Atlanta Center, roger. United 2112 Atlanta Center, you up?
Hopefully Atlanta Center did not
Victor
forget
Charlie
us.
25 cross bounds, yeah, 250 knots.
All right. me to get my iPad.
Delta 8916, descend and maintain 4000.
Let's make sure that we have our iPad up, because we need to make sure we do our checklist. We don't want to forget anything at all. So welcome guys. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Feel free to say hello in the chat. Let us know where you're from. Hope that you are doing well.
Vision 4 Romeo Kilo, maintain.
We're waiting on Atlanta to come back to us. Flight deck and exterior inspections are completed. Pre-flight procedures completed. IRS modes.
United 2112 Atlanta.
Nav and display switches are normal, and auto emergency light switches are on. Passenger signs are on. Window heat switches are on. Pressurization panel is set. Pressurization mode panel sensor is auto. Mode control panel is set.
Altimeter 3030.
And altimeters are 3036 and the cross check.
Better 974, cross Aussie, out of maintain 1.
Flight and navigation instruments are checked.
Altimeter 3030.
Warning announcement of flight lights are checked. Anti-skid light is off. Landing gear down 3 green. GPWS is checked. Speed brake lever is down detent. Thrust levers are closed. When the start is a cutoff. Trim is cut off is normal. Radios and transmitter. Radio transponder and radar are not set. We're waiting on Atlanta to give us our transponder code. Hopefully he has not.
Victor Charlie 25, contact line approach 133.47. About 8916, flighting 050.
We are on the ground in Birmingham, and more than likely we will push back and taxi via Foxtrot, via Alpha, cross runway 18, and then taxi to either Alpha 7 or Alpha. Probably more than likely we'll call Alpha for full length departure. More than likely we get radar vectors to our first fix, which is
American 1587 Atlanta Center, roger.
The America, then direct to the volunteer VOR, then join the JK6 to Cincinnati. As per usual, once we get on the takeoff roll between 0 and 80 knots, we stop for anything that makes aircraft on fire. Between 80 knots and V1, we stop anything that is fire warnings. Anything after V1, we're committed to the takeoff, and we will climb 3000, assess the situation, inform ATC that we make an approach if we are able to, coming back on runway 24. And as a result, we have the ILS 24 already set up. No threats in the area, no weather that we should be concerned about in the area either, so we should be all good. Otherwise than that, we are fine. Again, look at this lovely golden hour. It is beautiful, the 737. And so we're just waiting. I'm gonna have to call him back because I didn't hear anything from him, and he's kind of taking forever. Atlanta Center to the 2496 in Birmingham.
Canadian Express 21 Atlanta Center, roger.
Atlanta Center Delta 2496.
Delta 2496 Atlanta Center, roger.
Yes, sir. We're just waiting for clearance.
What do you say?
We're waiting for clearance. You told us to stand by.
Oh, okay. Give me 1 second. Vision 4 Romeo Kilo, contact line approach 133.47.
He forgot us, man. That's what happens when you're a center controller. And
496 cleared to the Cincinnati airport to be the Birmingham 8 departure. Redirect there's America. Then it's filed. Maintained 10,000. Squawk 5730. Read back squawk only.
5730 for 2496.
2496. Read back right now.
All right. So he's actually giving us the.
American
1 second, guys.
Center to Cindy the Banker found arrival, landing south of Charlotte, altimeter 3027.
Descend on the Banker 5, Charlotte landing south and 3027.
All right, so he gave us the Birmingham 6 departure. Let's see, Birmingham. Let's see.
Now to 2112, contact line approach 133.47.
Oh, wrong one. Birmingham 8 departure. There we go. So for the Birmingham 8 departure, we climb on heading 238 to 2300, and then we get radar access to America. So we take off towards the southwest, then turn, make right, I'm pretty sure right or left, depending on what the controller decides to do. Then we get radar access to America, and then up to the volunteer VOR. All right, so we are ready to go pretty much.
American 1587 descending
so we can start
the
the rest of the airplane. Well, configure the rest of the airplane for a departure. Let's get rid of the externals. Release the air conditioning unit. This parking brake set, so we can also release the ground power. We don't want the same thing that happened earlier in the last stream where we're pushing back and the stuff is trying to get out. So let's prepare for pushback. So the doors can close.
Delta 1150 cross jet at 250.
And we won't remove the
Cross jet at 250 knots, Delta 1150.
American 1587 cross jet at 250.
see nose left. So once that goes, we can then go ahead and remove the chalk.
Forerunner 2, descend upon discretion, maintain 1000, the absence of altimeter 3029er.
So that's done. We can now remove the chalk.
Release parking brakes.
I need to start my A cars before I get in trouble. And that is set. So let's go. Setting the squawk to 5730.
Cross Kaipi out of 4000.
30.
Cleared ILS straight in, runway 23 approach.
So let's do the checklist. Get us certain problems again. So the 4-star checklist, 4-star checklist. So radios and transponder, radar are set and cross check, radar aileron trim, free and zero, parking brake is set, flight attendant briefing is completed, the departure briefing is completed, logbook is completed, and the fuel is 15,000 pounds, and that is on board 15,000 pounds.
974 approach.
FMS and A cars in force intervention is set 4.8.
974
speed
approach 133.47.
is 145, and the bug
American
is set.
120 connect approach 120.
The 4-star checklist is complete. Push and start checklist, please. The push and start checklist doors closed. Hydraulic panel is now set.
8916, turn right heading 200, join the 23 left localized.
And fuel panel is set. Flight door closed and locked. Anti-collision lights now on. And we can remove the chocks. Chocks are removed. Parking brakes relieved. Start the timer.
That is it.
And we start 2, then 1. And there we go. We're off the gate.
Delta 622, contact line at center 132.97.
Start engine number 2.
Delta 622, contact line at center 132.97.
Waiting for 25% N2, and then we will introduce the fuel.
Delta 1150, contact line approach 133.47.
And start engine number 2.
Delta 8916, report the airport set. About 8916, cleared visual approach on 23 left, connect tower 121.2.
Center November 36 Sierra Bravo, descending 14,700 for 11,000.
Engine number 2 is started, starting engine number 1. Once again, we wait for N2. Parking brake is set. And fuel.
Unlocking here.
That was a strong unlock.
Atlanta Center November 36 Sierra Bravo, descending 12,900 for 11,000.
Air 360 Bravo, Atlanta Center, descend and maintain 4,000, expect runway 24.
Tow truck disconnected.
Descend and maintain 4,000, expect runway 24 for 6 Sierra Bravo.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Start our cutout. Let's run the after start flows.
American 1587.
And let's run the after start checklist. Generators on, probe heat on, anti-ice not required. Is set. Brakes RTO. After start checklist complete. Taxi checklist. 5.
Canadian Express 21, runway 23 for the one.
And let's do a controls check. Left to right. Pull it back. Forward. So taxi checklist flaps 5. Oops. 5 is not set. One more notch. Flap 5. And 5 green lights. Flight controls are free and checked. For those who want to see it on the outside. And let's call for our taxi. Atlanta Center Delta 2496, ready to taxi.
Delta 2496. Runway 24, taxi Alpha, cross runway 36.
Taxi runway 24, cross runway 36 via Alpha 2496. Alright, so just like what we anticipated, we will taxi via Alpha. So we make a left here on Foxtrot and follow Alpha cross runway 36 to
American
Alpha.
1587,
Taking the full
contact on
runway.
approach 133.47.
So let's go. Taxi light coming on. If you're going off, let's check out the airplane outside. Looking pretty good. Let's get a nice silhouette picture real quick. Picture taken. Let's brakes release. Let's go. Make this left here.
Forerunner 2, contact center approach 133.47.
Attendant seats for our departure, please.
Can we get that frequency one more time for
133.47.
Gonna make this as quick as possible, even though we're supposed to taxi no more than 30 knots on a straight. But of course, this winding taxi, we gotta take our time. So we'll hang a left here, continue on Alpha. crossing an active runway, so we'll
Approaching
turn on
18.
our strobe. As
Crossing
per
18.
as per standard procedure. Clear runway 36. Strobes can come off.
Qantas A26 with you at 24,000, 240.
Qantas C06, London Center, roger.
And should we do a rolling takeoff today?
Airport set.
Let's type rolling takeoff in
Port
the chat if we
airport
should do a rolling
inside for 6 Sierra
takeoff.
Bravo.
Let me know, let me know.
$1361, contact land approach 133.47.
133.47, Delta 1361.
All right, let's pause the music and get ourselves ready for the departure. Center 2496, ready to go, runway 24.
Delta 2496, say again.
2496 is ready for departure, runway 24.
Delta 2496, fly, runway heading, runway 24, clear for takeoff.
Runway heading clear, takeoff, runway 24, 2496. Approaching the runway.
Good evening, Walker 4842 level, flight level.
Approaching 24.
Marker 4842, Atlanta Center, roger.
On runway 24.
Atlanta Center, good evening, American 418, I have you saying now, taking 5.
American 418, Atlanta Center, roger.
Center November 36 Sierra Bravo, we got the business site.
George,
November 36
are you
Bravo,
supposed to watch
visual
two
approach
streams?
124, runway 24,
I don't know. I don't know. You might have to put on two.
Clear visual approach runway
had to put
24,
on
clear land 6 Sierra Bravo.
Two browsers, right? Welcome, bro. All right, so we are fully ready. All exterior lights are on. So let's run through real quick the checklist. Before takeoff checklist, tail trim is set 4.8, flaps 5.5, green light, windows closed and locked, auto throttle is armed. Recall is checked. Runway 024, departure is Birmingham 8, first fix is going to be America, radar vectors to that. Takeoff briefing was already complete,
Qantas 806,
radar transponder is set.
3030.
Engine start switches are continuous, exterior lights are as required, and
Wait, can you repeat that?
let's go.
Say again?
Repeat that up. Got it.
14,000.
And Toga.
Walker 4842, cross 11, out of
Hear those lovely CFM engines, guys. Let's rock and roll.
Cross 5 now, maintaining 14,000.
Airspeed is alive. 89, check. That's right, okay, Jen, let's go. V1 rotate.
Great.
Gear up. Beautiful departure, guys. Yes, sir. Runway heading it is. Delta 2496 airborne, passing 1.7 for 10.
November 545, Atlanta Center. I maintain flight 230, delete the leadership.
AKA, it is an hour and 14 minutes. We're gonna see if we can get some shortcuts here. Doubt it, but we'll try.
DAL2496, credit contact, clear direct America, climb maintain, flight level 370.
Direct America, climb maintain 370 or 2496. All right, so he didn't tell us which direction to go, so we're gonna hang a left here, hang a left, and head over to America.
Then by the 2496, climb maintain, flight level 230.
232 2496. Pretty sure that's good.
1938 Atlanta Center, climb maintain, flight level 230.
230 is gonna be for restriction. Probably you got somebody crossing.
Yep.
I'll have to explain that just now. We're gonna climb flight level 230, and we'll continue our left turn, going northbound to America.
American 1539 Atlanta Center, climb maintain, flight
Flaps
level
up,
230.
speed check. Look at that. Just imagine you sitting on this wing right here and watching this departure.
November 236, Mike Juliet, Atlanta Center, Denver.
Woo!
Quantity 06, you good?
Quantity 06, we said about that our planes are making a random turn, but we're going back to normal. We're going back on course.
And let's now go
Quantity
direct
06,
to
Roger. Maintain
America,
best forward speed.
and we can do LNAV.
Maintain what?
LNAV. Sit.
Maintain best forward speed.
What's the longest flight you've done? The longest flight I've done is
Alright, sorry about that. Repeat that one more time.
18 hours.
Maintain
From
best forward speed.
that was, I don't remember what year that was, but it was a long flight. That was from Hong Kong, not from Dallas to Hong Kong for American Airlines, 18 long hours. Urban Fetch will say no, when will drinks be served on the flight and is alcohol free flight? Nah, well, yeah, it's alcohol free if you're sitting in business class and if you're sitting in comfort plus. But if you're just in the back, nah, you gotta pay for that, man. Yeah, my longest flight was 18 hours, and that, imagine you're flying, so I've done 14-hour flights, 12-hour flights, 10-hour flights. Those flights are cool, but imagine you go through, you're sitting there 10 hours, 12 hours, all right, 14 hours, and you still got 4 more hours to go. Do you remember what time you took off and landed before the I don't remember exactly what time. I think normally I do long hauls overnight, so I started at like probably 11 o'clock at night. I think so, between 10 and 11 o'clock at night, and then it was well after 2 o'clock was when we landed. It was a long flight. Yeah, George, first 16 rows, yes sir. Passing 10,000 feet, so let's ding the cabin, let them know that we are cleared so they can begin their business.
Good.
And we're with the after takeoff checklist, flaps up, no lights, landing gear up and off, anti-ice not required, engine bleeds are on and auto, pressure adjustment panel is set, engine start switches are off, APU is off, after takeoff checklist is complete.
1479 contact, 132.97.
I'm actually looking forward to the release of the Airbus A350 in short order sometime next week, and we're gonna probably do my actual first flight is gonna be the first revenue flight is gonna be from Atlanta to Detroit, and then from Detroit to LA, then LA to Australia. If you type exclamation point specs, you'll see all of that, aka.
Letter 92, Atlanta Center, Roger. United 441, Atlanta Center, yeah.
United 441 is dialing you in at Ponzi at flight level 270, descending on the bank for 5 for stop landing.
Well,
Yeah, that first flight is gonna be epic, man. But I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just do a stream where it's just us looking at the airplane, and it's probably gonna take a while. So look out for that stream sometime next week where we just sit and check out the airplane as thoroughly as we can. I'm actually right now, I'm actually looking at a couple of the FAQs that they have just to get familiarization. But like I was sharing on previous streams, if you are familiar with the A380, then half the battle is already there. The only difference is that the 350 has a lot more features available than the A380. The A380 is still a work in progress. It's in early alpha. And so they're adding things to the development. If you're one who likes the developmental things as they come, you know, they just keep adding things over time. So if you want to check that out, feel free to download the fly-by-wire A380. Get accustomed to the A380, and then you'll definitely it'll be easy breezy for the A350.
Andre at 13,000 and maintaining.
So AKA, if you just type exclamation point SPECS, Sierra Papa Echo Charlie Sierra, you will see what my specs are.
132.9 or 700 at 1539.
Northwest 1223, contact 132.97. Battle 2496, contact 132.97.
13297, thanks for this. You see it.
Walker 4842, contact.
Right, over to the next center now. Crossing a flight level 180, standard set.
Level 230.
American 1539, Atlanta Center, climb maintain flight level 38, sir.
Climb maintain 30, 1539.
Atlanta Center 2496, climbing through flight level 185 for flight level 230.
Level 2496, Atlanta Center, roger.
So we got the cross restriction flight level 230. It could be that they're sectoring, they're sectionaling
Level
the
2496, Atlanta Center, climb maintain flight level 370.
damage flight level 370, 2496. So they're probably sectioning the sector,
actually for the other way, I need you
or
to
the airspace rather. And the first controller cleared me to flight level 230, sent me over to the other controller who we're with now, and then stepping up to flight level 370. Mexican aviator, hey, what's going on? I'm gonna hope that you are Mexican. I'm gonna say, hola, ¿qué tal, qué tal, qué tal? Bienvenido, bienvenido, bienvenido. Estamos volando a Birmingham hacia Cincinnati. Bienvenido aquí. Un placer para conocerte. Alright, so we are climbing through flight level 200 up to flight level 2370 for this flight. Flight time is approximately 1 hour and 14 minutes. Our arrival time is going to be 9:02. Let's see what our cruise is going to be. 7.6. We're going to change that to 0.8. Try to see if we can get us there quicker. Try to push the aircraft. It's only 13. Got disconnected. All right. I think we're back with the center controller now.
LA52, just verify your data.
Cool. Don't know what just happened a while ago. Got disconnected from the server.
You're at Mach 80, correct? 2170, maintain Mach 180. Delta 622, off center close for change of route.
Here we are, guys, in the PMDG B737-800, climbing up to flight level 370 on this flight to Cincinnati, celebrating 24 years with Delta Virtual, or Delta Virtual is celebrating 24 years of service to the virtual world. And I've been with Delta now for almost 20 years. July is going to make 20 years that I've been with this airline. Buen día para volar, compa. Sí, gracias. Bienvenido, hombre.
Delta 1695, connect center 121.35.
121.35, Delta 1695.
They are, especially when you can look out and see, like, for instance, look at this. I'm pretty sure that 2024 is going to look even better. But when you're looking at these colors, man, it just reminds you of how amazing it is to fly. And I know the aviation world is getting a lot of blows right now. It is, you know, all these different crashes that are happening. It's just, I don't know, I wouldn't want to call it a conspiracy, don't want to call it coincidental, none of that stuff. Things happen, okay? And so the aviation industry is getting some blows right now, but it is still such a joy to fly. Look at this. Just look at this. It's beautiful. Look at the night lighting on the ground. Yeah, aka this is real time. That's the only how I fly.
Maintain Mach 0.7.
I try to. There are times when I do what you call it,
Delta
where I would change the
550,
time.
Mach
I have a friend who's
0.7.
actually flying right now, Aviator Geek 268, and he changes the time all the time to most times rather to daytime flying. But I like to fly real time. It just seems more realistic for me. So it is real time. And Mexican Aviator, yeah, 2024 is, they'll eventually get there. They'll eventually get there because if you think back to 2020 days, that's exactly what happened back then. You know, things were not where they're supposed to be. For example, I had a discussion today with a WhatsApp group chat that I'm in for aviation enthusiasts. And I was saying, I will not be moving to 2024 anytime soon. As a matter of fact, the 757 will determine when I move over to 2024. The A350 that's releasing next week is going to be an exemplary airplane. It's going to be fantastic. The challenge with that plane, though, is that it's a lot of the things that are the most of the features that we want to see will not happen in 2020. They're going to be in 2024 because the aircraft was built in the 2024 environment. And of course, because we were fussing as to why we couldn't get, you know, on the most stable simulator that's there, that we can't get the 350. But I'm happy that they decided to make the 2020 version and the 2024 version. So I think it's a marketing strategy that they're using with the 350 for the different features, where certain things are not. And I'm saying that with two things in mind. So one, the A350 is built in the 2024 environment. So all the different things you can do with that engine is what they would have built it on. And so I remember them talking about the 350's lighting in the cabin, and they had to do some tweaks with that and so on and so on. So that's probably one of the reasons why they can't do the 2020 version, but they can make a 2020 cabin. It is what it is. So we'll see how best we can do that. Mexican Aviator says he can't wait for the 20. Man, you and me both. You and me both. Once that aircraft drops on the market, all other airplanes are gonna suffer. They're gonna be, I'm gonna actually remove some of them. So like the A300 that I don't fly very often, yep, that's coming off. The 787 that I don't fly very often, that's coming off. I'm gonna take off those things because the 757 is my favorite airplane, and I'm gonna be flying the wheels and wings off of that airplane. Can't wait, can't wait, can't wait. So you and I both are waiting for that, man.
Delta 2170, that's much better, thank you.
So let's see where we are. Alright, we are coming up to flight level 300. Oh, we're climbing pretty slowly.
You can descend and maintain flight level 240.
We are climbing pretty slowly. Well, we'll get there. Top of climb is in 45 nautical miles, and that's at 8 o'clock.
Center, you could do direct to make the flight a little shorter. American 39.
But the beauty about it is that we have the jet stream that's pushing us along, so shouldn't be that long. Time now is 8:02. Oh, just about 8 o'clock. So in an hour and change, we should arrive in Cincinnati. AKGN says, do you just love to recreate your real flight? I do. I definitely do. And because I fly with a virtual airline, I generally fly on Delta and American. I've never flown British Airways or any of those other airlines, but because I fly with two virtual airlines, I'm able to mimic several of those flights. And there are a bunch of flights that I've done. So for example, when I traveled during the summer, for example, last year I did Antigua to Atlanta to Barbados. Last year summer it was Antigua to New York, Atlanta, Grand Cayman back. So I've done the Grand Cayman and back flights. I've not done the Iceland flights yet because I want to make sure I get a 757 to do that. So that flight is going to be one of the first set of flights with the 757.
United 1568.
Going from
clear direct
Atlanta to
DVA.
New York, then New York to Iceland, Iceland to Detroit, Detroit to Atlanta in the 757. So look out for
United
those flights.
2463, clear direct DJX.
109 miles from the volunteer VOR. Once we get to the volunteer VOR, we will start that's the transition for the JK6. So let's put those in on the EFB. We need the airport, the parking spots, the star, which is the Jackie 6, and we're gonna do the ILS 18 center. So we can just look at those real quick. So we'll start from the volunteer VOR, and then via Arthur, Cheetah, Trank, then to R&B, Jackie, and then we'll have to check
2293, descent of pass discretion, maintain flight over
if we're going to land on runway. What, this is interesting though, because the system is taking us this way. We'll check it out when we get there. That's not a problem. High level 340. We are climbing slowly. That's interesting. But look at our ground speed, 502 knots.
United 2080, on a center radar contact.
So, AKGN, do you use the simulator as well?
At a 550, descend at pilot's discretion, maintain flight level 240, transition to 300 knots.
Oh, not yet, sadly. Well, you said not yet, so that's good. That's good. You saw the specs already that I have?
Atlanta Center using Injet 71 to 330.
Injet 71, Atlanta Center, climb, maintain flight level 240.
340, Injet 71.
Yes, sir. And they're actually not that expensive, but it just depends. Where are you? Where do you live?
American 22 Lima, connect Atlanta Center 1.35.
Welcome to the Canadian. Appreciate it, man. Guys, if you're here, thank you so much for joining on the stream. It is a pleasure to be with you. If you will, it will do me a huge great deal if you would just hit the subscribe button and smash the notification bell so you don't miss the next time that we go live here on the Aviator 268. Also, feel free to join the Discord channel. You can do exclamation point.
2496, you want flight over 380, 360.
We can do 360.
Out of 2496, maintain flight over 360.
Roger, maintain flight over 360, 2496. All right, so because of the direction of flight we're about to go, we have to switch our altitude to flight level 360. And so now we're going to go 0.80. Nah, we can't do 0.76 now. We're trying to get there. We're trying to get there. Trying to get there. And then we're going to get this 511 right now is going to change from that and probably go all the way down to 4. Probably lose 100 knots. That's going to be crazy. The other thing that's happening right now is the... so what I was saying is that, so many things were going on a while ago. So yeah, if you haven't already done so, you can check out the Discord as well, exclamation point Discord for the link. Join the Discord channel so you'll also get notifications when we go live and when new videos are posted. So thank you once again for joining. I know it is a busy schedule, and I'm really happy that you've decided to join us here on this flight to Cincinnati as we celebrate with Delta for 24 years of existence on the virtual network. Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight, this is your captain speaking. We are at our cruise level of 36,000 feet. See if the sign is now off. You're free to move about as necessary. fencing is in the back for your comfort and safety, but primarily for your safety. We ask that whatever instruction that they give you that you will follow. Flight time is just under an hour. Just on about an hour we have until Cincinnati. We will be back with you shortly to give you an update on the weather as we begin our descent down into the Cincinnati area. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Thank you for choosing Delta. Cool, so we've spoken to our passengers, got them squared away. Currently we are 525 at flight level 360, and we are about to make that left into the wind and probably lose quite a bit because we're getting that crosswind at 95 knots.
FedEx 5, passing
Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens.
FedEx 5, line of climb, maintain flight level 340.
Climb maintain flight level 340.
I do not think that we have
Memphis.
Ooh, Memphis is online.
climbing through
So chances are we may get sent over to the Memphis.
Emirates 1337 Atlanta Center, climb, maintain flight level 290.
Let's see. Looking at a map here.
American 2585 Atlanta Center.
I think there's a challenge with the map that I'm looking at because it's not, I'm not even seeing myself on the map. And then after we left is when the, here we go. So we're on the map and
American 2585 Atlanta Center, climb, maintain flight level 36.
Cleveland is now online. So we're not into Indianapolis Center. So we'll have ATC all the way.
2585,
Great.
amend the altitudes, maintain flight level 350. That'll be your final unless you want
That
370.
is fantastic.
Let's say 370 for American 2585.
And
So we
2585
have
maintain
Indianapolis
flight level
Center, which is 128.22.
American
So
2585.
let me get that set up one time, 128.22 for when we get handed off to them. So we have the 350 that's going to be up next week. Then we have the 777 from PMDG. That is also going to be a nice set of airplanes because I prefer the 200 version of the Airbus. Wow, that no, that is not right. I prefer the 200 of the 777. Don't tell nobody what I just said. Don't do it. So I prefer the 200 of the 777, and those are going to come in the three variants, which is the Pratt & Whitney, the General Electric, and the Rolls-Royce. And that is going to be one of the other airplanes that I will fly quite a bit.
1223, contact Indy Center.
As I'll be able to fly for British Airways. The 300 is okay. I do fly the 300. As a matter of fact, earlier today I would have flown the 777-200 LRF for FedEx. Probably need to do another stream on that. But we'll see. But when that 200 drops, that's another airplane that we're going to get.
At pilot's discretion, maintain flight level
as we fly real world 777-200 flights.
So to 2293, connect Atlanta Center 121.35.
Center 121.35, Delta 2296.
So 550, connect Center 121.35.
121.35, Sierra Delta 550.
For some reason, I'm not seeing.
Number 236, Mike Yoda, Atlanta Center, climb, maintain.
Alright, I'll show you guys what I'm looking at in terms of
actually, 236, Mike Yoda, we have an issue on our system. What's the
website that I
altitude you
use
cruise?
that kind of tracks the flights online.
698, Roger, climb, maintain, flight level 430.
So I'm looking at this right now, guys. And so I'm trying to figure out why is it just showing.
Headshot 71, Jacksonville Center closed for confusion.
So this is it right here. I am logged in, but for some reason it's not showing like it's supposed to. So there I go, disappearing again. I have no idea what's going on.
Out of 2170, descend and maintain flight level 240, transition to 300 and off to left.
That's great. Anyways, it is what it is. Let's see if Navigraph is doing this. Navigraph on the other.
Good day.
So that's showing correctly. So yeah, we'll go to Indianapolis Center shortly. So we're crossing the volunteer VOR in just a few nautical miles, and then we'll head over into Indianapolis.
Hello, Delta
I probably can also check for Cincinnati's arrival.
Got a 919
So let's see, arrival into Cincinnati is right. So the ILS is runway 18 center, and that is already set. So we're good to go. We are good to go.
Lima Bravo Yankee, D-hand 3 arrival, climb maintain flight level 430.
I'm trying to figure out though, why is it sending me on the west side? Oh, here we go. Yep. All right. So right. So I didn't see this. So this box right here is actually the inset right here. So from Volunteer coming to Arthur, Cheetah, Trank, Herbie, Jackie. Then if we're landing runway 18, then we're going to have PIV-B, then to no, so that's not PIV, so from OPAVE, right? So OPAVE, and then we're going 1618 center. So we'll make that left to PDEC, Ubedi, and then to Lewin. All right, so that makes sense now. The game studio is just amazing. Yeah, it is. It definitely is. Definitely is. And especially when you have, so there are airports that are bespoke of this in the simulator itself. Then you have those that are being made by different developers like Inibills and Imagine Sim, Lightbeam, FS, Dream Team. And when you add those to the simulator, it just makes it even more fantastic to look at. Tropical Sim is another one. They do my hometown at Antigua. I'm wondering if somebody from Tropical Sim is going to feel nice and build the new airport in Barbuda.
$146, Jacksonville Center's offline, frequency change.
All right, so let's watch this now go from 520 something to 450 something. So now we're heading northwestwards. And our speed is dropping. Look at that.
Center, hello, Delta 3180 at flight level 20500 for flight level 230.
3180 Atlanta Center, climb maintain flight level 340.
Let's see if our time increased. All right, so we're still on par for 100 and for 901. All right, cool. So we'll maintain that. It's whew. At least we're not going dead west where our speed is going to be like 3 something across the ground. That would not be pretty at all. All right, our top of the center is coming up in 73 nautical miles, and we're going to get handed off just now.
2496, connect Memphis Center, Indy Center 128.22.
122.2, thanks for the ATC. See ya.
Yeah.
All right, great. So we just got the handoff. So let me call the center, then we're going to do the approach briefing. Indy Center, good evening. Delta 2496 360.
2496, Indy Center. Lost my word.
Thank you. All right, so we are landing.
Left heading 250.
Let's get the
left heading 250. So southwest
for
1298.
Cincinnati, the arrival 86 Cincinnati's information. Let's see, information Bravo, and that was taken at time 23:52. Current winds 210 at 5. Visibility is 10. Let's see if that's the same thing here on this system. I'm getting that from online, guys. So you're not seeing, okay, yes, it's the same thing. 210 at 5, fuel clouds at 8,000, fuel clouds at 20,000. Temperature is 1 degree, nice and cold. Dew point is 7, -7, and altimeter is 3025.
That was 1298, turn left heading
So let's set that up 3025.
Turn left heading 210.
And we're landing in Cincinnati via the Jackie 6 arrival, via the volunteer intersection or volunteer transition. Let's read what it says. As a brief, we're looking at chart 20-2 Foxtrot, and that was effective 21 March 2024. And we're landing at 18 center from the OPAVE on track 316 to cross FIDEC at or above 8,000 at 210, then track 004 to UBD, then on track 006 to cross Lewin at 6,000 at 210, then on track 6, expect radar vectors to find approach course to 1618 center. So things to take note of, we will begin our descent to cross Hambry between 16,000 and flight level 210, cross Jackie above flight level 140, cross NAVP at above 10,000, and we cross Opave or Opave between 8,000 and 12,000. ILS approach is going to be ILS 18 center, and this is chart 21-3 effective 19 July 2018.
Established on the ILS. Runway,
and so
runway 18 left.
It is via the Nelry or Nilry.
I did give you the RNAV Yankee a while ago, but I guess you're cleared the ILS from my 18 left.
Then the Hipab, Philab, Jubber, and Zev, and the glide slope is via Watt.
Skipping,
and that is where we will ensure that we have our full configuration by Wattvu, and that is at 6.6 miles from the India Sierra India Charlie. So the frequency for our arrival is 111.55, and our final approach course is going to be 186, and our minimum safe altitude is 2,900 feet. Transition altitude is 180 in the US, so that remains as is, and we should be set down to our initially sent is gonna be down to 16,000.
So 22, let me know on your back.
Roger that.
It's Skywest 5631. Taxi to parking. Via Romeo. Have a good day.
And our decision height is gonna be 1075 or 300 of a radio altimeter.
1298, the winds are 21085, runway 18 left, cleared to land.
And the identifier is India Sierra.
Copy, winds runway 18 left,
so I'm going to use the
flag,
Airbus.
Southwest
Let's
1298.
hope that it works. The Airbus procedure, India Sierra India Charlie, and that is
and the American
in there. So our final course code is 186. And we'll put a 15-mile ring, which will be at 180 knots, and then 186 at 7 miles. By then, we'll ensure that we have our aircraft fully configured for the arrival into Cincinnati. 35 nautical miles to go. Let's run now let's check our airport. 18 left. 18 center is our arrival. Once we land, we have 11,000 foot runway, so more than likely we'll use level 1. Once we land, we can exit off of Delta or Delta 4, then taxi to the ramp, and we're going to concourse B. Yeah, I didn't write that down, but I think it's B. Let me check. Arrival should be the arrival gate this evening is going to be Bravo 23. So Bravo 23 is our gate. So once we land and we exit off of Delta, we take Delta to... Oh, that's Mike. All right, so make a left on Mike, join Delta, and then we'll take Delta, let's see, then Bravo 23, so that's on the southern side here. So we'll take Bravo, we take Delta to Echo 5 and take Echo 5 all the way over to
is it possible to step out of the cockpit
Ram
for
10
minutes for Delta 2417?
Bravo 23. In the event that we're going on approach and we need to go around, the missed approach procedure is
Roger, we'll go, appreciate it.
1,500 feet and then left turn to 3,000 outbound on the Cincinnati VOR Radio 17.
Descend via the Jackie 6 arrival, landing south via Cincinnati altimeter 3025.
We have information Bravo on board, descend via the Jackie 6, landing south to the 2496. So we have our clearance to descend, so we are going to do our initial descent down to 16,000. Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight, this is your captain speaking. We are approximately 2 minutes from our top of descent into the Cincinnati area. Seatbelt sign is coming on. We ask that if you are up and about the cabin that you return to your seats and fasten your seatbelts. Flight attendants prepared for arrival. Just before I go, the current weather in Cincinnati, winds coming out of the southwest, calm winds, the visibility is pretty good, few clouds around the area. Temperature is just 1 degree, and so I hope you packed your coats. It's a bit chilly outside. Once again, thanks for choosing Delta, and we'll see you next time on the Official Delta flight. Flight attendants prepare for arrival. Alright, so that's done. We'll set level 1. Let's do our performance tool.
Hey, calling into centers, carrier wave
and we're landing 18 center. Import that. We'll start with auto brakes 1. Reverse config is all operational. Weather, and let's calculate. So we have 11,010 distance available.
Welcome back.
And our required distance is 7,065. And if we were to check out the chart again, with 11,000 feet available and 7,000 what we need, so we'll probably exit via Delta or Delta 4. So that's what we'll aim to do, Delta or Delta 4. Then we make a left on Delta, then right on Echo 5 to the gates.
United 424 to maintain 3,000.
Right, so 1 is set, altimeter 3025 is set, and speed already came back down to the econ speed, and we will begin our descent shortly. The approach speed based on the performance is 148, so let's set that. 148 flaps 30.
Indy Center, November 603 Foxtrot, I'm back.
And we'll input our ILS 111.5. So we'll put that in our radio 111.5. Get that. And the Cincinnati VOR, let's also get that available in the event that we have to do a go around. Cincinnati VOR is 117.3. 117.3. And so we should see how far we are from the VOR shortly once we get within range.
FedEx 10, clear direct Sela.
Good direct Sela, FedEx 10.
And that is
At 424, turn left heading 340 Vectis approach.
something's definitely wrong with this online map. It's not looking like it's supposed to. I guess they're doing some updates with it, so it's gonna flicker back and forth. Nevertheless, we press on. Once we get through the pulling up my chart here. So for the descent checklist, the altimeter is 3025, and that is cross-check. Radio and bar bugs. Radio bugs are not set. It is 200 and is now set. Airspeed bugs 148 is our reference, and that's cross-check. Anti-test not required. Approach briefing is complete. Auto brakes is level 1. Passenger signs are on. Pressurizer panel is set. Exterior lights are as required, and they're set. Recall is checked. Descent checklist is complete.
Yeah, 424, turn left heading 300, join the 28 left final approach course.
This flight is up to Cincinnati. Tomorrow's flight is Cincinnati to Buffalo.
424, you are 3 miles
so
from
you
base
can
only.
prep yourself for that. That should be probably about another hour. So that will be tomorrow afternoon, probably be around 5 o'clock Atlantic Standard Time. Try to see if we can get some daylight flights going. But I'll let you guys know. Please make sure to subscribe and smash the notification bell. That way you would know exactly when we go live. And of course, join the Discord, type exclamation point Discord, and the link will come up. Join the Discord channel and say hello. And of course, once we decide what time we're going to depart tomorrow afternoon, we'll definitely let you know in the Discord channel. And of course, once you smash the notification bell, it will definitely let you know when there's another stream, so you never miss another stream. Once again, thank you so much for joining the flight today. I do appreciate you. If you like the content, please consider leaving a like. And of course, as always, make sure that you take care of yourself, man. That is of utmost importance.
And up to 2496, would you like the RNAV to 18 left or the ILS to 18 center?
We would take the ILS 18 center, 2496.
For 96, respect the ILS 18 center.
Roger, 18 center, 2496.
At 424, the winds are 2106, runway 28 left, cleared to land.
Not feeling to do all that. Well, I'll probably hand fly a little bit for the ILS, but this plane can actually do the R now. Let's see. May have spoken that a little bit too fast. Let's check.
That was 2344, Washington Center, closed, radar service terminated, freedom to change approved.
Frequency change approved, good day, 2344.
It'll pretty much be the same thing, really. If we were to do the RNAV, We'll keep the ILS. We'll keep the ILS. It might be a little bit shorter because we have to actually cut across the field on the south side. So we cut across the field on the south side and then go towards Montesec. It's alright. It is alright.
Delta 2417, we are back.
Delta 2417, welcome back.
Thank you.
$131 miles to go before we get to Cincinnati. Arrival time is 9:02. So we'll be on the ground in 31 minutes. Pretty quick flight, yeah? Imagine an hour went by so quickly. Just about an hour. Since we got off the gate in Birmingham. After this flight, probably gonna do one more flight tonight, and that is Southwest flight up to Manchester. Guys, if you're in Valenta as well, you can find me in Valenta. It is Reds Carib, REDZ Carib 268. Feel free to follow me on Valenta. There you can see when I'm online as well. But of course, if you find me on Discord, you can definitely even matter of fact, guys, if you have a particular flight that you want me to do on the stream, feel free to send that in the Discord as well. You can also put that in the comment section as well.
Yeah, at 424 to exit parking via
I'm
Charlie
here to cater to you guys. So if you have a particular flight that you want to see us do, shorter flights are the better flights, but just let us know what you want to do and we'll try to make it happen.
And Delta 2417, Cleveland Center is closed. Probably tired from their event last night. Radar service terminated, frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved. Thank you and have a great night, Delta 2417. Bye-bye.
Center is tired. Alright, so we now need to continue our descent down, let's see, between 16 and 21, so we're at 20, we're at the upper end. We need to continue our descent down now to 12,000. Actually, we'll put 8,000. And of course, below 10,000 feet, we'll reduce our speed to 240, so we maintain 240 knots below 10,000. There we go. A bit more cozy. Final approach course is 186. And this is precisely why you have two pilots in the cockpit. If one happens to forget something, definitely say, hey, Cap, remember to do such and such. how do you guys feel? How would you guys feel if you were to hear them say you get on an airplane and they introduce this whole thing where you only have one captain or one pilot in the cockpit, or you have no pilots in the cockpit? How would you react to that? AI is flying your airplane today. So you sit on your seat, you hear, ladies and gentlemen, good day from the ground. This is your captain speaking. We're flying you today out of a building using a joystick and a computer like we're flying right now. Would you still remain on that airplane, or would you run off? I'll probably be the first one out of the airplane. Like, nope, not today.
Mission Hotel is currently altimeter 3031. Runway.
I'm not sure why we're trying to give AI so much power, but if we're not careful, we'll definitely give AI way too much power. But the idea is just absurd. It really is absurd. You already have a high stressed environment when something is, going slightly wrong in the flight deck, versus trying to not have somebody in the flight deck. Yeah, I don't think that. Why? But of course, you have these geniuses who want to pretend they're geniuses. So let's let them have that.
With you at 15,000.
Below it's 18,000 feet, so we're going to the local 3025. So local altimeter is now set.
And you go on energy center, you're supposed to be VFR or IFR?
VFR, sir.
And you go on squawk 4034, say aircraft type, destination, and request altitude.
Either one, we're going to Memphis, and aircraft type is Charlie 700. And that's an altitude is 15,000.
700. It's dark out, but we can see. I wonder if Delta has, I think they do have logo lights. So let me turn on the logo light. We can at least see the logo. There we go. Delta logo. And let's see if I can set.
And then you go on, in case you forgot, the squawk code is 4034. And Northwest 1223, cross Colts at and maintain level 300.
Cross Colts, maintain 300, Northwest 1223.
And you go on, air contact 7 miles west of Saratoga, VOR, the Holman altimeter 3028.
3028, go on.
I need to replace this tire. Also, there's a hydraulic fluid needs to be replaced. Oh, interesting. We've been flying the aircraft for a while, so yeah, hydraulic fluid is going to be replaced. It should be fine for the next couple of flights. Should be fine for the next couple of flights. And that's another thing with the A350. When we get that plane according to them is going to be a breathing airplane. So you do a flight from Atlanta to Johannesburg, you're definitely going to have to replace the fuel, not the fuel, the oil.
RNF 2 easy, runway 17 right, clear for takeoff. November 03 Foxtrot, the London altimeter 3029er.
3029 Airport November 603.
Alright, let's see where we are now. We are coming up to Opav, and that should be below 12,000. Alright, so we're going to reduce our speed to 240. And we're going to help the aircraft just a little bit by putting in some air brakes. Cool. All right, so we're 29 miles from the VOR, so we're 29 miles out from the airport. Because of where we're going, it said 81 miles here, but if we're flying direct to the airport, we're 29 miles from the airport right now.
And Delta 3120 in the center. Welcome
and
aboard.
Based on what we have here, flying direct now to FedEx. So now we are on this leg and we should be there by 2:10. So I'm gonna allow this to go back. No, I'm keeping this at 240 so that we don't overshoot that. And then once we get closer to FedEx, then we can reduce the speed to 210.
And .com 541, cross a tree at 5 miles north of Volunteer at and maintain 13,250 knots. The London altimeter 3029er.
Unable 250, .com 541.
541, then best forward.
Not going to be much better position, .com 541. We'll do our best.
Actually, I think that speed restriction is more just people don't go too fast. Stock on 541, just normal speed then.
Normal speed, .com 541.
Opinion on the Bluebird. Well, Mexican Aviator, I feel those people are doing a fantastic job. The idea that they have behind it, remember it was supposed to be a freeware airplane, and I think them moving towards payware made the airplane, or made them even more, what's the better word I want to use, it made them more appealing in my eye, because they were thinking about the serious simmer who wants to do things by the book and make it nice and so on. And I think that was a great move. Going in depth as they're doing with the 757, and as a person who loves the 757, I think that was the best thing. The money is already there. I just want them to say, hey, we're dropping this next week, and my money is there. I am so ready for it. I am so ready for it.
1223, Cleveland Center.
Would be happy to see 767 as well. So they're doing big things. They're doing big things, and I'm pretty sure people are a bit annoyed at the fact that they are taking so long. But I think we need to give them the credit and the benefit, because we don't want it to be a situation where they send something out and then it's trash. I won't call any names on the stream tonight, but there's a particular one that did that and expected people to pay top dollar for it. And I think that's just unfair. It really is unfair that you want people to spend money on a product and yet still it's not what it's supposed to be, you know? So I'm hoping that
Center. Stand by for
I'm hopeful, and I'm
Delta 104.
if I were to use a percentage, I am 80%. No, I'm more than 80%. I'm 94% sure that they're going to do a fantastic job on that 757. I'm overjoyed. I guess that's just being biased because of how much I love the 757. But it looks pretty good, and the depth that they're going with it, it really and truly is something that we're going to be really happy when they release it. So I'm really hoping for it to be dropping as soon as possible. They said not Q1, so we still have.
Yeah, I'm on the ground at Cincinnati. Am I going to get 1-8 left or 2-7?
There are 20. There are 6 more days in the month, so we have 6 plus 31. So that's 37 more days to wait out Q1 before we actually hear when they're gonna actually send it or put it into beta or whatever. And they said they're not gonna be saying anything else, so they're 100% sure that they're ready for it to go. So we'll see. But it's gonna be so detailed, just like the Phoenix here. But I think so. I think so. I think it will be as detailed as them, or if even not more. But the fact that they're going into this detail, this much depth for it, I think it's going to be pretty good.
Should have stopped at 13,000 feet in climb.
And I think too, people need to be mindful that even on release day, it's sending to 10,000 feet. So let's put on the lights, and the engine start switches are continuous, and the ring lights are
departure
on.
has a big old box on it that says top altitude 13,000. And Delta 1104, descend and maintain level 310.
310, Delta 11.
Yeah. So I believe it's going to be a good plane.
Niner Alpha Papa, Washington Center is closed. Radar service terminated.
At all points, even when somebody like PMDG or Phoenix came out with their airplane, and even when the A350 comes out as well, they're going to be teething issues, and that's understood. Yeah, they are. They're a small team. So things are moving nicely in their eyes, and I'm pretty sure they had more people. We'd have probably had it already, but I'm okay with waiting. I'm okay with waiting because it gives 2024 time to become better, and that's why I said earlier that the 757 is going to determine when I go to this 2024, because PMDG is not over there yet. And I'm not going to go over there until PMDG's airplanes are there. The only reason why I came to 2020 that early is because my computer went down at one point, and I just had to get rid of P3D, because 2020 sold me on the fact that everything goes in one folder versus having to find all of the things in all these different folders, and it was just annoying.
Position to 229 Alpha Papa. How do you copy?
So I'm pretty okay with
sorry about that. We got your message. Just trying to get our audio fixed up here. But going to
whatever happened to PMDG. The max is there, based on what they said in the forums. It's there. The thing is, they are working on a project that they can't speak about, and so that went on the back burner. But the max is there. So once they finalize that, based on what Robert would have said, there is a fine line between the Enterprise and the Sim, and they don't want to blur those lines at all. So once they finish with their project, then the Max will come out. So we're hoping that by summer, that's my best guess, that by summer we'll have a Max from PMDG. By then as well, iFly should, well, I hope before that too, iFly should have their next update available where they work on some things, because the iFly does need some work. I prefer flying the 737NG over the iFly just because of the dynamics. The airplane is more stable in terms of the approaches. So I like, ooh, I'm going way too fast. I remember on a stream before, I was on a stream some months ago, and the iFly was, I was flying into a crosswind, and the I-fly refused to touch down on the main gear.
2496, descend and maintain 3000.
3024.96. Gonna bleed off some air, then descend down, sir.
And say that last part again?
We're just gonna bleed off some airspeed, then descend to 3000. Did you copy that for 2496?
Firm.
Sorry about that, sir. We're speaking a bit fast. I'm trying to talk to you here and talk on the stream as well.
So 2496, maintain 210 knots.
Roger, maintain 210 knots down to 3000, 2496. Alright, so we're now going to descend down to 3000, and we're helping out the airplane by extending the speed brakes. George, you said the man sound lost. I will not have you speak about my controller like that, Mr. Jorge. I'll stick with the iFly, but I don't know if I like the FB. Yeah, because of the 737, if you're accustomed to PMDG's new, I mean, look at this. This is such a nice interface.
41, Roger.
This is the modern version of what it is. So if you're accustomed to this, going back into, because if you remember, if you flew the P3D version of the NG, then we had what the Max has right now. And now we have the tablet from PMDG. It's kind of hard to go back to something like that. It's really archaic. So that's what's happening with that. We're accustomed to something nice and more modern now. Anyways, guys, we're gonna concentrate a bit more now on the approach, so we don't botch this landing. Can't have you guys look at me funny with side eye, you know, give me a big side nasty side eye for botching the line. So we're gonna try and focus now, so we maintain that. So we're going down 4,000 feet. Let's ding the cabin so that they know we are almost to landing. That sounds to me we're coming to 3,000 feet and we're maintaining 210. We're crossing that 15-mile radius, so once he gives us the right turn to join the localizer, we're gonna slow to 180 unless he decides not to.
Turn right, heading 100, vectors approach.
10 vectors approach 2496. Hopefully they release like a iFly.
1900 ND Center, welcome aboard.
You're talking about iFly Mexican Aviator? Good, so we're right on the money with that 15-mile radius, and airport is 2 hour 1 o'clock. Yeah, we hope so. We hope so. One can only hope. The iFly is not bad, you know.
2496, turn right, heading 150, join the 18 center localizer.
150 John the Loke, 2496.
Eagle 1, contact Memphis Center 132.55.
Alright. We haven't picked up the
Eagle 1, contact
oh wow, that's why we haven't picked it up. It's 155. Ooh, look at that. 55, there we go.
And Delta 2496, you're 2 miles from Zebi. Maintain 3000 until established on the localizer. Clear the ILS from 18 center approach.
Maintain 3000 established ILS 18 center approach 2496. Alright, well, like
Can you send FedEx 10?
Localizer active. Localizer is
110,
captured.
good night. I was about to give you radar service
And
terminated
we
anyways.
will reduce our speed now to 180. And we're cleared for the ILS. Flaps 5. And let's now arm the approach. And we'll do the approach checklist.
For arrival, landing southwest.
The approach checklist.
Indianapolis altimeter 3025.
Flight and navigation instrument is checked. Time switch has been cycled. Altimeter 3026. And we reduce speed now to 1. We'll bug down and go to flaps 10. And landing gear down. Landing gear down 3 green, and we can have set all our exterior lights.
Delta 3149, runway 27, active Juliet Kilo 1.
25.
Juliet Kilo 1, Delta 3149.
Reduce to now our final approach speed. Glide slope is captured. And flaps 30.
Delta 2496, the winds are 210 at 5, runway 18 center.
Oh, it's great for that. Clear line 2496, 18 left, 18 center, 2496. Landing checklist, guys. Landing gear is down 3 green. Speed brake is arm and green. Flaps 30, green lights. Engine start switches are continuous. Landing checklist is complete. All right, guys, what is our landing rate? Are we gonna butter this? Let's see if we can butter this landing. We got 11,000 feet. We're not trying to float. No floaties at all. But we're gonna try to see how smooth we can get this landing in Cincinnati. We got 11,000 feet to play with, so we should be fine. At 500 feet, my airplane. And we're gonna hand fly this plane into the runway. And let's change this map so we can have minus 210. All right. Minus 210, he said.
Delta 3149, runway 27, line up and wait, traffic lands, runway 18 center.
Runway 27, line up and wait, wait for the crossing, landing traffic, Delta 34.
Getting on the bounce here with these winds. That should be fine. But yeah, Mexican Aviator, the iFly sounds are good too. They are nice.
Terrain.
All right. My airplane. Over the numbers 50,
20, 10.
And woo! Touchdown. Speed brakes up, reverses green.
Carrot 3467, taxi with the weather.
80 knots. Did we pass?
Brickyard 3467, runway 23 right, Taxi via Hotel Romeo Bravo.
Hotel Romeo Bravo 23, right. Break air 3467.
Manual braking.
And Delta 3149.
We gotta go all the way to the end.
105, runway 27, clear for takeoff.
Takeoff runway 27.
Crucial time, yes, but see, sir,
Delta 24 at 96, exits left when able.
Exit left when able 2496. What is this, D2?
And taxi to parking via Delta Juliet Foxtrot, hold short runway 27.
Delta Juliet Foxtrot, hold runway 26. Is it possible for us to have Echo 5? We're going to Bravo 23. The center line was maintained, sir. It was not bad at all. It wasn't bad. And that seemed like a pretty smooth landing, but let's see what the landing rate was. All right, so he told us to Echo Juliet.
2496, cross runway 27 at Delta.
Order cross runway 27 at Delta 2496, roger. Oh, I came all the way up, that's why. All right, clean up the aircraft and we'll start the APU. We can turn off our exterior lights and strobes and the wing light can come off. Back all the music as we taxi into the gate.
Delta 3149, radar contact, stay off speed.
Aha, minus 142. That was butter. Minus 142, guys.
310 and direct heading Delta 3149.
George, the runway center line was maintained, man. Even when I looked off, I came back on it, man. Wasn't bad at all. The after landing checklist, please. Exterior lights are set, engine start switches are off. The flaps are up, brake down intent radar is off, and transponder is set. After landing checklist is complete. So we're gonna cross 27 at Delta and we'll take Echo 5, which is right here to the ramp. It's all good, George, it's all good. I really want to do that shared cockpit thing. All right, so I'm going to have to runway 27 right now, so we can turn back on the strobe lights and our taxi light as we cross runway 27.
Approaching 27. Crossing 27.
And break here 3467, we'll be ready.
Break here 3467, the winds are 220 at the 9er. Flight runway heading, runway 23 right, clear for takeoff.
23 right, clear for takeoff, runway heading on departure, break here 3467.
And we'll take Echo. Oh, he said Juliet. All right, cool, we could do Juliet. Can do Juliet. But I find myself doing yes, Southwest don't play. Southwest does not play. They want to get there and get. They don't. Planes don't make money on the ground. So
Delta 1104, Washington Center is closed. Radar service terminated. Frequency change approved.
Planes don't make money on the ground, man.
Delta 1104. Thanks.
All right, let's get GXX ready. So we're going to Bravo 23. Bravo 23. And it is a Delta Airlines. So we're gonna take Juliet. Which one is this? Can't go any further. Can't zoom any further. So this is Juliet 3.
Indy Center, good evening. Delta 1479 with you. Flight level 390.
This is Juliet.
And 1479 Indy Center. Welcome aboard.
All right, that's Golf. Juliet 3, and then we'll take this next left. So this is Juliet 3, and we take the next left to Bravo 22.
Brickyard 3467, 1800 for 5000 row heading.
Brickyard 3467, radar contact, climb and maintain 3000.
3000, Brickyard 3467.
Juliet 2, make a left at Juliet 2. We'll use taxiway ramp 3.
Brickyard 3467, turn right, direct Bratton.
Right, direct Bratton.
Thank you very much, Travis. Appreciate you. Welcome for passing through. Appreciate it. Thank you for passing through, man. Let's see. Our gate is this one. No, it's here. This one here. The second to last one is gate 25. Get rid of that light. And we will try to make this. Hopefully we can get a little dance today. Let's see if we can get a nice like a dancing out of the controller. We should be able to make a
Delta
straight.
3120, expect the visual approach runway 23 left.
I expect raise up to the time.
Let's see if we can get a dance, because this is too perfect of a parking. Stop. Now you see, oh, you guys see that? You guys see that? And if she tells me any foolishness, I'm gonna be mad, because you know what? So we just did that a while ago. Let's go right on the line. Parking brake is set. APU on. And we can turn off that. Engine fuel off, and seatbelt signs coming off. What she gotta say? What she gotta say? What she gotta say? Nothing? Oh, man. Whatever, GSX. Whatever, GSX. Request the boarding. And let's get the chocks on. And the anti-collision lights can come off. And let's run the after the shutdown checklist. L parking? What do you mean L parking? Yes, connect the ground power.
Passengers, the boarding sign.
Right here we have it, ladies and gentlemen. We are here on the ramp at Cincinnati Airport. Nice landing is what we call that. Butter, according to George. Thank you so very much for joining the stream this evening. It was a pleasure having you on board this flight Delta2496 from Birmingham to Cincinnati. Tomorrow's flight is going to be from Cincinnati to Buffalo, New York. Let me double check to make sure that I have those things correct, because I don't want to make a mistake with that. We don't want to do that, not at all. Online events tomorrow. Yes, Cincinnati to Buffalo, New York.
Air 3467.
If you guys are available, feel free to join tomorrow as well. It will be lovely to have you guys with me on the flight.
I forgot.
I do hope that you enjoyed this stream this evening. If you did, please consider subscribing. And when you click the subscribe button, also click the notification bell so you don't miss the next time that we go live. And of course, guys, as always, please make sure you take care of yourself, because you are the most important person to you. Until the very next time, we will see you. Enjoy the rest of the... Wait, 1 second. I didn't even run the shutdown checklist. Shutdown checklist. Passenger signs are off. Electrical is on. Engine start levers are cut off. Standby. The transponder standby. Anti-collision lights off. Fuel pumps are as required. Window heaters on. Pro heaters off. Anti-ice off. Electronic pumps are off. Air condition panel is set. APU is off now. Once I click this on, there we go. We're getting all of this by saying goodbye. And parking brake is set. Shutdown checklist is complete. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining. If you haven't already done so, please make sure that you subscribe and hit the notification bell. Also, if you are not on the Discord, join the Discord. Feel free to talk us there. You always get notification as to when we're going to go live the next time. All right, until next time, see you. Peace.